Get started now. Hello. Welcome. We are going to play some Titan Shift. I found this list of the this weekend. Got 5th place in a challenge. 7th place. Got 7th place, went 5-2. I think this is a good way to sort of go over the top of the beanstalk bullshit. Right? You're just going over the top. You don't care about beanstalk. You don't care about card advantage. You don't care about any of that stuff, right? You're just playing your One Ring and you're Scapeshifting and you're 18ing them. Right? So that's what we're doing. We're playing this, but I want to make room for a Back to Nature in the sideboard. And I don't know what I want to cut out of their sideboard to make room for a Back to Nature. Atrax's Fall is kind of cool because it destroys a Murktide, so target creature with flying. But I guess it's probably... Am I main decking a Boseiju? Yeah, let's cut the Fall for now. We might want the Fall. We might, we'll see. We'll see. So basically, what's happening is you're playing a bunch of mountains in this deck, right? Actual mountains you're playing are... These are actual mountains. These are actual mountains. These are actual mountains. Right? So you're using a million mountains with Valakut here. Valakut. At least 5 other mountains. You may have it deal 3 damage. And you're using Primeval Titans and Scapeshifts to basically dome your opponent for 1 million damage. Like you get a Titan, and then you get 2 Valakuts. And then the next time you do anything, every single one of your lands becomes Super Lightning Bolt, you know. And then you're playing Wish to wish for answers to what's going on in the particular situation. So you wish for a Valakut if you need one. You can wish for all these different type of silver bullets, including Scapeshift to kill them. So Scapeshift is very lethal most of the time, and a lot of decks have cut on counterspells these days. So hopefully we should be able to capitalize on the bean world and a bunch of bean people doing bean things. And we just go over the top and dunk them with Primeval Titan. That's the plan anyway, and we'll see how it works out. All right, export. What do we got? We got... This hand's okay. We don't really have much going on with this, but we got a bunch of Explore, some Ramp. They're playing a Giganta. This might be aggressive deck. Wild Nakatl. Wild Nakatl. Oh boy, what year is it? Okay, so what do we want to do? Land, tapped, yield. This is not good. I would like to be on the play, and just imagine if we were on the play, and I just play Wrenn and Six. And bad touch this thing, I'd probably win this game. What does the portrait symbols mean? Some portrait symbols, they're just, you could choose them, right? So you get them from chests, and like, there's some that have meaning, right? You could go up here, and you can edit your, thing. And like, some of them you get from chests. You see how it has the stupid chest icon on them? They basically release a bunch of them per set. And then every once in a while, if you participate in certain things, you'll get like, this is from a Modern Showcase thing, right? Like, and this is just, that's how it works, right? Where you just got a bunch of random shit. Most of them you get in chests. Some of them you get like for doing specific things. Like, I don't know how the hell to look at it. This is for Modern Showcase. Because I played in a Modern Showcase last year and got destroyed. But that's basically how it works. You get them in chests, and then there's a bunch of them you can buy. Most of them you could just buy, but if you look down here, you can buy a lot of these. And like, that's how it works. Alright, so we got a land. This thing's a 4/4. I think the best thing to do is probably go Mountain, and then Explore, play this, shock it in, and bolt this thing. I think that's our best move. Just because we got to keep the pressure off them. The problem is this deck is going to be playing... This deck is going to be playing Stubborn Denial, which is really going to hamp our style. Alright, so these are now 5/5s. Alright, we have to get to the ring now. We have to get to the ring. Alright, so we're going to be able to make one chump blocker here. That's not good. What can we wish for to stop these things? Nothing, really. We're probably dead next turn because they're probably going to go... We're going to make a blocker, and they're going to attack us for 5, and then they're going to Tribal Flames us. And we're going to be dead. Oh, what the fuck can I do, though? I guess... I wonder if I could invoke the... No, that's not going to work. Alright, let's play Dwarven Mine. I guess I could get 2 chump blockers. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Cast this, because this comes into play tapped. Let's get a mountain, right? And then we... The thing with Farseek is that the Dwarven Mine... When Dwarven Mine enters the battlefield untapped, create a 1/1. So we can't use Farseek because it puts it into play tapped to get a 1/1. Who tilted my house? Nobody tilted my house. I come pre-tilted. Is my camera crooked? Probably. That better? Looks the same to me. Let's Farseek and let's get Stomping Ground tapped. Alright. So 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw an untapped land, we could kill them. Oh, we're just dead. They kill this, we're dead. This seems like a nightmare matchup. These things are just so fast. We were untapping, and if we drew an untapped land, we had killed them. Because we could wish for Scapeshift and then do 18. Yeah. We're dead. This thing kills us, we take 10. Sucks. I think this has probably got to be the worst matchup for us. The absolute worst matchup. Unfortunately, none of our things really help, right? None of these... I guess we could maybe bring in Engineered Explosives, but the problem is, if we bring in Engineered Explosives, we are just, like, making our deck weaker. We can, like the problem is we could deal with the Cavu for 2 mana with that, but we can't deal with... Like, if they have, on 2, they play the Scion of Draco, we can't really deal with that. So, Mill seems pretty rough. But this is not good. I actually don't think we sideboard. That's sort of the downside of a Wish sideboard, is that, you know, like, what am I supposed to sideboard? Maybe a Flame Slash? I guess a Flame Slash is probably better than nothing. We'll keep it for a Wish thing. It's like playing 4 Flame Slashes versus playing 1. We need to keep something to deal with them. And the problem is, most of their things... Alright, so what do we got? We got turn 1, Valakut. Turn 2, land, guy. Or do we play turn 1, Sheltered Thicket? Maybe we play turn 1, Sheltered Thicket, and then we can get a mountain here. And we don't have to shock ourselves. Maybe that's better. Maybe turn 1 Sheltered Thicket. Because this comes into play tapped. And then here we can get a mountain. And then we can use these to fetch non-basics accordingly. Let's do it that way. I want to keep my life total nice and high. I don't want to play Valakut and then have to shock in a forest off this Arid Mesa. So everything we're doing, we're thinking about how we can do it and take the least amount of damage possible. Alright, so now we're going to get a mountain here, basic mountain. And we're going to play Sir Steve, the Tribe Elder, the best blocker of all time. Unless they have Trample, but still a very good blocker. Tribal Flames, my Steve. Well, I suppose I will sacrifice this. Let's see. I guess I'll sacrifice and get a mountain. If I draw another land, I'll definitely play the Dryad here. That's rough. That's rough. I guess. All right, so we could play the Dryad, and then we lose value on this. I guess we're just gonna play the Tribe Elder, and put the Valakut into play. Tab the Tribe Elder, block this. We could search for a land. We'll just do this. 1, 2, Tribe Elder. Play this, and we'll pass. I might need to get double green. I might need to get a green with this. No, that's dumb. That's dumb to get a green. The Dryad gives me... Dryad will give me all the mana I need. Sacrifice. Let's get another mountain. Because we're pretty close to triggering the Dryad here. Or triggering the Valakut. Kavu. Okay. Alright. So... how is this going to work? You can play a land, an additional land in each one of your turns. So we have Valakut, we have... whenever a mountain enters the battlefield, if you control at least 5 other mountains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have Dryad, so we can play the Dryad here. Play the Dryad. Playing this will trigger the Valakut. Yes. Alright, now we want to go 1, 2, cast Farseek. What are they doing here? They're binding? Alright. So we want to crack this to get the other trigger to kill this before the binding resolves. Crack this. We're going to get the tapped Sheltered Thicket because it comes into play tapped. And we're going to hit the Territorial Kavu. Yes. Now the Farseek's going to trigger, and it's actually going to work because we have actual mountains in the deck. Right? So now the Farseek's going to actually trigger. We'll get Sheltered Thicket. And then we kill the Ragavan. Hey ho, what do you know? This deck is just so much better when you're on the play. It's crazy. When you're on the play, this deck just comes out of the gates guns blazing. When you're on the draw with this deck, it feels so bad. So bad. Another Kavu. Okay, so now we're going to play the One Ring. Boink. Draw a card with it. Binding? Ugh, so annoying. So annoying. The good thing is that this deck turns every land drop into, like, a lightning bolt. So we do this. We bonk this guy. And then we play the Wooded Foothill. And we crack it for a Dwarven Mine. And we get a guy and a lightning bolt? Oh my god, how broken. Alright, so now every single land we draw, with the exception of the one basic forest in the deck, is a bolt. They do have Giganta they can get here. What, are you a 3 toughness thing? You fool. Alright, so now we just play this. Crack this. Get the other Dwarven Mine. Bonk. Yup. Attack. So now they're dead to any wish. They're dead to... I don't know what they're dead to. But... Hey. Alright, so we have to actually think about this. Let's just do a quick scan here. We've used 3. We have all the Sheltered Thickets in play. There's still a million. There's still... Let's look. They'll probably concede when I cast this. But, let's cast this. Okay, so basically, there's 3 Stomping Grounds in the deck. Is that right? Yeah, so we can just sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then get 2 Valakuts and 3 Stomping Grounds. And that'll leave us with enough mountains. Okay. So we get Valakut, Stomping Ground. No, this will give us a million triggers. And then we go... You click and save target, and then you click always yes, always yield. Okay, we did it. So, what do we want to board in? I feel like we should play Boseiju's because it stops Leyline Binding and it stops Draco. So I feel like we want to put Boseiju's in. And I also think we want to play the Flame Slash just to try and not die. So I think I'm going to shave a Wish. And we're going to bring in Boseiju's. We're going to cut... I wonder why it's 2 and 2. We're going to cut Wrenn and Six. Wrenn and Six on the draw. It's probably not going to be all that great. Yeah, we'll also cut and explore. We'll play it like this. Alright, let's jam. Yeah, wondering is at minimum a better fog. What do we think about this hand? Turn 1, suspend. Turn 2, suspend. We have a lot riding on these. Our deck's a lot of land. This is a very sus keep. But, see, I shouldn't have kept this. Like, if they just play a Ragavan, I'm going to lose the game. Fuck. Alright. As long as we draw a land next turn, we'll be okay. Copium. As long as we draw a land next turn, we'll be okay. Can we draw a land? I bet Ragavan's going to hit a land. It hit a mountain. God, I hate Ragavan. Moment of truth. Do I win or lose? Just like that, I'm dead. I guess this was a sus keep. I mean, it was actually a fine keep because I was going to draw a mountain, but Ragavan took it and took... So, Ragavan took our mountain and left us with the One Ring. How lagged are you, my friend? Alright. So, Ragavan does steal fun. Okay. So we block here, we go to 1, we're dead to anything. Yeah. Alright, hindsight, it was just a bad keep. Just a bad keep. I mean, it would have worked out, but we needed to keep more interaction. Not great. What do we got? We got no ramp. We're on the play with no ramp. I guess these are ramp. Oberon 273, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. No, it's a top speed test. So you have to be able to top in under 5 seconds, right? You have to be able to tap your mana, spin your top in under 5 seconds, and then you're allowed to play top. If you tank for longer than 5 seconds, you're not allowed to top. You're cut off. You know what I mean? This hand is very sus. Very, very sus. But if we draw one land, we can use the Wish to get the other Valakut, and we'll be okay. Land. Ramp. Oh, worst possible. I speed regularly on the streets, a real menace. Meyer Bridges test. Listen, calm down, Poindexter. I don't know what the hell that is. Alright, so we're playing against a counterspell deck, the natural enemy of the big derpy Scapeshift deck. Once I had a match where my opponent looked with a top, they spun last turn. Where does that fall? That would be fail. They would fail the top test. Let's just get this tapped while we can. Yay, we did it. We're the greatest. 1, 2, 3. The old giant spider for 3 passed the turn. Oh boy, I hope they fucking subtlety this. Oh my god, I hope they subtlety this. Oh, joke's on you. Joke's on you. I don't got shit with that. I would literally be paying that and passing the turn, so thank you. Iteration. Yeah. Alright, so the good thing about this deck is that in the sideboard, there's a Valakut. So next turn, we can Wish and play the Valakut. And that'll be cool. Hopefully they didn't leave up Spell Pierce, but they're kind of jerks, so maybe they did leave up Spell Pierce. Don't Spell Pierce. Oh, they didn't Spell Pierce me. Yay! Okay. Worse than Giant. Oh my god, it's a Ragavan. Oh my god, it's a Ragavan. I was just bitching about this little monkey. They're going to take... What are they taking? Oh, they took a card I didn't want. Ragavan's the best. Takes cards you don't want. Okay, so we are... What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can Wish for another land. We can go 1, 2, 3... Wish for a Boseiju. Suspend the search. Bolt the Ragavan. Let's do that. Let's go Wish. Wish. Sure. Now our choice is suspend the search or Wish. Now the choice is, do we suspend the search or do we bolt the monkey or do we just bolt this DRC? Alright. DRC is just more damage, and Ragavan ties up a good portion of their mana. DRC also helps them delve into whatever. Here comes a giant Murktide. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead! Oh, maybe we're not dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. When a mountain is battlefield, if you control 5 other mountains. So we need to play the ring this turn. I mean, they're obviously holding up Counterspell. What the hell am I supposed to do? Yeah, not like I have a lot of options. Alright, we'll play this, and we'll hope to draw a land next turn. I mean, it's only a 6/6, so we can resolve this. I want this to resolve. If I draw a land, I'm okay. A Valakut, a Dryad. I think I'm no longer okay. I Guess I have to go 1, 2, 3. Search for tomorrow. Get a mountain. Crack this. Get Dwarven Mine. I messed that up not getting a second green, but it's okay. I'm probably dead anyway. I'm probably dead anyway. If I played the Dryad, I wouldn't get anywhere. I have one more turn. I don't have a lot of untapped green mana, so this is probably a mistake. I'm probably just dead. I guess I was blinded by getting this to stop the Ragavan dash. They're just going to make another Murktide and I'm dead. Just dead. Just dead. A little too clunked out on lands. No, it says 5 other mountains. When extra battlefield, you control these 5 other mountains. So you need 6 with the Dryad. Okay, so what do we want? We want Endurances. We want Veil of Summers. There's the Cinder Glade. But I wanted to get the Dwarven Mine to stop the Ragavan dash so we know that they had. Okay. Do we need to bring in Boseiju to potentially deal with Blood Moon? I think the answer is yes. I think Search for Tomorrows are too clunky. They get tagged too easily. Again, same thing with Wish. A little too clunky, a little too easily tagged. We're going to bring in a Boseiju and some Veil of Summers and some Endurances. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, we have a game plan. Play lands every turn, play the One Ring. That doesn't seem good enough. All these hands are just... You just need the right mix of ramp and then payoffs. This is like all payoffs, no ramp. Guess we're keeping. Alright, we're gonna play Wrenn and Six, so we're gonna ping a DRC. And that'll make me very happy. All I need to do is draw 1 fetch and I'll be good to go. We're not gonna play a land here. Gonna play this. This is whatever I do is gonna get spell pierced. Crazy. Crazy. Alright, let's explore. We're gonna counter the Explorer too. Oh boy. How come when I play a deck like this, all I want to do is play against Beanstalk. And I play against... This is my problem. This is the problem of Modern when you try and target the meta. Oh wow, crazy, you had a Blood Moon. I never would have guessed that. The way you fetched basic, and then Mountain. We're just dead, by the way. I mean, I guess I could play the Ring. I guess we're not dead. It depends on how many Endurances our opponent's playing. If our opponent is playing many Endurances, then it's not that good. If our opponent is playing less Endurances, then it's okay. Then making a Murktide. I'm so dead this game. I'm just so dead. So unbelievably dead. Okay, alright. This is obviously, yeah, this is the matchup you don't want to play the deck against. Captain, counter everything. Listen, we're doing great here. We're doing great. We won 1 game. Alright, what do we got? We're keeping. Thank you, thank you. GL. Yeah. Good luck, good luck. Good luck, good luck. Alright. I didn't get my fellow Spike defending his deck. I'm never gonna yell at chat. Never gonna yell at chat. That's not me. That's not me. If you piss me off in chat, I'll time you out. And that'll be that. No, sometimes I lie. I give explanations when I just shouldn't bother. Oh, good. We're gonna get to get him. We're gonna get to get him. Operation Get him. Am I gonna do the Yogg challenge tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna play Yogg on the challenge. Yep, I'm gonna play. Dingo is out gallivanting around, and that left a hole in my heart, and that hole is for Friday night Magic content. That's not Arena. So I will stream tonight. Because Dingo is not here to do his usual time slot when I want to have fun and do things on a Friday night. So instead... Alright, what do we got here? Do you think I can Gamba and try and hit another land? Or is that too much? I don't trust myself. I don't trust anything about this deck anymore. We'll do some Friday Night Magic. In Ohio, pray for his safety. Listen. That boy... He's in a good spot right now. He's on cloud 9 right now. That young man is in a good spot right now. I think I actually need to get a forest. As crazy as that sounds, I think I need to get a forest. Let's see. So we can go... I kind of feel like we want to cast Explore. Eventually they're going to counter our shit. Oh, well, let's see if they... see if they counter this. Consider. Oh. Well, the problem is I don't have anything to do with this. So, this Wrenn and Six, we haven't returned a single land. Are we even playing enough fetches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus we can return 8, 9, 10. I mean, we should be returning... Oh, black mana? Oh my god. A Bowmaster. Oh my god. You don't know about Ohio. I actually almost lived in Ohio. Before I was born, my dad had a choice where he could take a job in Ohio, at this place in Ohio, or this place in where I grew up, Binghamton, New York. So he had a choice. Ohio or Binghamton, New York. And he decided that he was going to go to Binghamton. I wonder how different my life would have been if I grew up in Cleveland. It would have been very different. But probably not that much different. Looked like you would have done well in Ohio. I don't know. Alright. Yay! A fetch land. Holy shit, we did it. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Dryad. Here comes Machine Gun Dryad here. Bam. Shoot this. Okay. Let's go... I guess we crack this. Crack this. Get a Dwarven Mine. Bam this. And now we go... return the fetch. And then we go 1, 2, 3, wish. And then we get the other Valakut. And we ping that. And we ping that. That was a pretty gross turn. Pretty gross turn. Yeah. Alright, cool. So the good news is that they're playing Grixis. They're probably playing Grixis Death Shadow. So they're probably not going to have Blood Moon. So that's good. We don't really have to worry about Blood Moon. We could probably play some Endurances. They'll probably be pretty good. Maybe bring in an Alpine Slash. Maybe cut a Wish. Cut some Searches. Search is probably good on the draw. Maybe cut Explorers and we play like this. with a little bit of interaction. Actually, we probably want Veil of Summers. We probably want Veils. We probably want to play like this. The opponent shouldn't have Shadow. That's a good pickup, Iconic Nick. That's a pretty good pickup. That's a good pickup. I didn't even see that. Didn't even catch that. Alright, we'll play this. Consider. So we have, what are they doing? They're almost on turn 1. They're almost close to turn 1 Murktide with all this. What's up, Sir Crushington? 5 man. Oh, they got nothing. Alright, so this is probably a Bowmaster. If I had to guess, we're going to get Bowmastered. Sakura-Tribe Elder does not line up well with Bowmaster, but it is what it is. We can't F6 because we're going to get Bowmastered. We cannot F6. We have to click. No lazy F6. Crazy. Bowmaster. Let's make sure they target us. What's up? Thank you, Mercurio. They're targeting me. Oh, they're not even going to kill my Bowmaster? Well, fine. Yeah, because I guess they lose the 1-1 if I crack and shuffle it. Alright, we'll block the Bowmaster. Actually, we'll block the Orc Army. So if they have another Bowmaster, then they don't get to do more damage to us. Alright, let's get a mountain. You go through the turn. Yeah, Steve does not look that great in the face of Bowmaster. Bowmaster kind of embarrasses Steve. But at the same time, this deck doesn't really care about Bowmaster. I mean, I do say that when I have a ring in my hand, so I guess it kind of cares. Steven, does Titan feel good into Bean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how it is against Bean, but I'm not playing against Bean. And I'm getting my ass kicked by everything else. I got destroyed by Murktide. Holy God. And I died to the 4-color aggro deck, 5-color aggro deck. We're not doing so hot, but we're trying to play against the Bean. That's the goal. The goal is to Bean. To beat the Bean. No, we want to block the Orc Army. So that way if they play another Bowmaster, this thing grows. I'm not going to use the Bolt. I could take 1 damage, right? I'm just going to fetch out the Forest here. It's kind of sus to get the Forest, but we want to be able to cast this Primeval Titan. I'll also take the 1 here, and I'll Bolt at the end step. Like, 1 damage is nothing. I really want to kill, like, a DRC or something. But I guess I'll kill it. Because I have the ring, I'll kill that. Why don't you like the Bean? Seems to be fun to spew and get rewarded. I mean, I think that it's possible that there is a saturation of beanage. Like, there's too many beans on the market. You have Spike selling you beans. You have Doomwake selling you beans. You have Manguchi selling you beans. Right? You have Respect-a-Cat selling you beans. Dingo has been known to sell beans. So for me, I don't want to be, you know, that level of spewage. I don't want to live in a world of legumes. That's a great way to say it. Yeah, exactly. So let them sell you magical beans that they promise is going to turn into a beanstalk thing. They can sell you magical beans. I will not sell you beans. I wanted to ask you if this deck had beans in it. No, but, I mean, give Spike a couple days, and he's going to fucking put beans in this. Right? You just sort of play more Titans. You play, what do you play? You play more Titans, you play Fury, you cut the Wish, right? You play Muldrifter in this. You play Bring to Light, right? Then you can get your bean action. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before Spike throws beans in a pile like this and then does bean shit. Alright, so we got a ring. I still need to make a land drop for the turn. So I am gonna use the ring here. Muldrifter force, yeah, exactly. That's gonna be Spike's deck in like 3 weeks. You see. Yeah, I've thought about it, and then I'm like, every once in a while in the Magic world, certain events will happen, and everybody will get really amped up about a certain deck. I can think of a number of times in the past where this has happened, where everybody jumped on a bandwagon and just was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, blah, 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 blah. And it was all the fad, all the rage. Breach comes to mind. A couple months ago, it was like, oh my god, Breach is the greatest deck ever, blah, 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 blah. There's been a number of decks in that ilk, and Beans is just one of them. Alright. Once decks learn how to defeat it, it won't be that big of a deal. Alright, so we need to make a land drop here. Bowmasters. I'm gonna Veil here, I think. They'll get a trigger. But I don't really want to get hit for 1 million here, so let's Veil. I mean, we could kill our opponent if we drew a couple of lands. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. Alright, they get to hit us. They can't actually hit us. They have to hit themselves again. Alright, so this is going to happen. Bowmaster's going to happen. Yup. Yup. Oh, that's perfect. All these lands. Look at all these juicy, juicy lands. Juicy, juicy, juicy. How the game with lands go? We finished 4-1. We beat everything that wasn't Reanimator. And Reanimator embarrassed us. I was like, oh, hey, this deck isn't that bad. And then I played against Reanimator and got embarrassed by Reanimator. You want to see something that's pretty cool? They've already put 6 counters on this. So I can literally just go bink, kill it. Because they put all the damage on it. Oh, you love to see that. Boink. You'll love to see that. Alright, let's get another bit of value from this. So let's play the... Are they dead? 3, 6, 9... No, they're not dead. We'll just demoralize them. Operation Demoralization. I will take this. Boink. We'll hold up this crack to be able to use whenever we want. Return land. Okay. Yeah, lands is not very good at dealing with Reanimator. But luckily, Reanimator is a bit of a crapshoot. Alrighty. They'd kill the Dryad, it would have been a big problem. True. Well, the problem is, what removal are they going to have that's going to kill a Dryad with Veil of Summer Protection, right? Like, they'd need to have Unholy Heat, and they didn't even have Delirium. I guess they had Delirium. So they'd need to have exactly Unholy Heat. Because, like, Drown in the Lock or Terminate wouldn't kill this because of the Veil. Alright, so we can win a match. Dude in play. Like, the other day, my opponent went Grizzlebrand. Like, they went, like, Dark Ritual, Entomb, Animate Dead. Then they, like, did it, and then they were like, Grief You. Draw another 7. Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Archon, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, then drew more, then went like Lotus Petal, reanimated the Grief. And they, like, I had no hand, I had nothing I could do. You know what I mean? Like, they just kind of are able to get a lot of value from their thing. Does that make sense? Because of the way it's built with so much free mana, drawing 7 turns into a real... They're really able to leverage that card advantage that they're going to get and do horrible, nasty things to you. Yeah. Okay, so let's crack this and let's suspend a search. Suspend search. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the thing that a lot of Reanimator players don't really do is... Don't take this the wrong way, Adam, but sometimes they get a little lost in the sauce. And they draw and they try and do fancy plays when, like, a Grizzlebrand or a Sire is just going to win you the game 90% of the time. And they're like, well, I can do this, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I can put a Tendrils in my deck. Like, I could play a Tendrils, I could play Child of Alara, like, I could do all this shit. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, well, Grizzlebrand just kind of wins the game, so why don't you just fucking play Grizzlebrand? You know? Like sometimes Reanimator players have a tendency for the dramatic rather than just being like, here's a fucking thing, deal with it. Right? Like, sometimes, I'm not going to name any names of any particular Reanimator players that in the past have been a little lost in the sauce. Shallow Grave. Oh, shit, we're going to play against the Beans! We did it! We're playing against Bean Gamers. This is our chance. This is our... Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, we're so fucked. I thought this was going to be Beans. And this is going to be a... Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Haven't you watched Spike? I don't want to see rhinos. That's too much power too fast. I need to see Beanstalk. So I can sit here and dirtle more. Gotta let him know. Haven't you seen the meta? Haven't you seen the meta? Rhinos are too strong. Play Beanstalk, please. I guess we have a limited amount of time. So this is just an example of, like, imagine, like, if we saw a Beanstalk, you'd be like, oh, great. Easy. But I really don't like... That's kind of hilarious. That's kind of hilarious. I never liked beans since I was a kid. That's fucking hilarious. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to play... We get a thing coming off Suspend here. So this is delightful. I guess the question is, can we afford to put this in on green so we could cast the Scapeshift once this dies? I think the answer is yes. Alright, so we can go 1, 2, 3. Alright, so here are our choices. Play this, land, or we could play the One Ring. I think we play Dryad. I guess I have to put this on top. I guess I put it on top. And I guess I have to play this tapped because I'm going to take 1,000,000 damage. And then next turn we go Dryad, crack, and either win the game or One Ring. Oh, God. Just let this be a lesson to how our day went from like, oh, yay, it's beans. What an easy deck to beat. Oh, 10 power. How the fuck am I ever going to win the game? Dryad? I should have played my land first. Oh my god, I hate rhinos. Fuck, we were supposed to beat this deck. Alright, they're going to play Blood Moons. We have to prepare for Blood Moons. We need these cards. I think it's possible we want to... yeah, we need these. We probably need these. We probably can't afford to play Wishes. The One Ring's just going to get countered. Let's cut... We could probably cut a Fetch. Because we're bringing in multiple lands. Guess let's cut a Search. Because if we have... Alright. Let's play it like this. Yeah, we should probably cut the Bolt. That's probably... We do this. I don't know if I need to cut all the Wishes. That's probably a bit extreme, over the top. Maybe, actually, I leave the Wishes in and put in Explosives in the Wish board so I can wish for Explosives so I get more copies of Explosives. Maybe we do that. Flame slashing like half a rhinos just feels so bad, man. Alright, let's try it like this. Chalice on 0. Alright. We have fetch lands. We have Wrenn and Six. We have Chalice on 0. Oh, baby. I suppose that it behooves us. On one hand, we can wait and try and draw Veil of Summer before we play this Chalice. But on the other hand, it gives them the opportunity to draw Force of Negation if they don't have one. So I think I'm going to just jam it and pass the turn. Because we could draw a Leyline of Veil of Summer, but they can also draw more counter magic. Let's get Stomping Ground. Untap. Wrenn and Six. Boink, boink. Wrenn and Six. Don't free spell me. Subtlety. 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 Force Negation. All these free spells make Modern Legacy light, and it's really annoying. Uh-huh. Sure. Mm-hmm. That they didn't want to play against Renifer. Yeah, they're pretty miserable. Alright. Remember, this and this do not go well together. You'd think that they do, but they don't. Crack. Let's play your Mountain. Dryad. Do you have Subtlety? Yay. People aren't happy? No, it's just... When Living End has its best draw, it is hands down the best deck in the format, right? When you're just like, cycle, 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 grief you, instant speed Living End you, wipe your opponent's board, make 40,000 power, you know what I mean? It's the best deck, hands down. I guess I just play this, because I just need one more land. Begin combat. Begin combat. Attack you for 2. This could be a disaster. I guess they would need Force Negation and the counterspell and blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've lost our little protection magical blanket. We lost our little magical blanket that stops us from being hurt by evil rhinoceroses. Let's play another magical blanket that stops us from being hurt. It's so hard when Scam's playing Voidwalker, for sure. Cast this. I will get a mountain. I will not be attacking. I will not be attacking. Maybe I should attack, because if I attack and they rhino, then I could just living it. No. Let's just not attack. We don't need to be violent, you know? Okay. Let's look at their revealed cards to see if there's anything crazy that would make me want to pop this now. Like some kind of stifle effect. The stifle make a copy thing. I just am going to kill these. Just going to kill them. Alright. Can you tap out, please, so I can resolve this Primeval Titan without you mystical disputing it, please? Tappies, 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 tappies. Tap out. Yes, good. Good. Good, 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 good. Good. Now they have to have subtlety to stop me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. What time is it? It's prime time. It is prime time. It's prime time for some crime time. Okay, cool. I guess our choice now comes down to, do we want to be able to wish for this engineered explosives, or do we want the engineered explosives in the deck? Wish might be a little slow for engineered explosives on the draw, so let's get it in the deck. That may be a mistake, but we will see. We will see what we see. Also, it appeared our opponent did not fetch in such a way that makes me think that they have a Blood Moon. So that's kind of good, too. Alright, we'll keep. We will keepies. Do you think Rhino's good right now? Yes. I think Rhinos has a raw power as a deck that will make it always good. Right? I mean, yes, there's a lot of Teferis right now, but I don't know. Rhinos is one of the decks that gives Scam a run for their money. And there's not a lot of decks that do that. So I think Rhinos is a powerful deck. Let's see. Do I want to fetch basic forest here? I don't think so. I think I need to just make Tribe Elder. Tribesman. Yeah. I think, yeah, like, you can hate out non-basics. You can hate out creature decks. You can hate out combo decks, right? Like, Rhinos has the ability to somewhat tailor it to any way possible. You know? Like, Rhinos is just a beast of a deck. It's so strong. Just so strong. Immediately punished for not having the thing that I can wish for. Immediately punished. How does Rhinos always have a Cascader? It's just a natural skill. Oh, shit. That's sick. Hope they don't have a counterspell. Like I said, this deck is just always OP. Always going to be strong. Always going to be good. What can I wish for? I suppose I can wish for a Flame Slash and then Flame Slash a Rhino. Since I'm going to be here for a while, looking at these Rhinos, getting wrecked by them. I gotta buy time. Since I'm taking 1,000,000 damage next turn. 1,000,000 damage. Just the fact that Rhinos gets to play free spells makes it very, very strong. Ooh, explore. Tilt. Alright, next turn we can get Cinder Glade and cast the Primeval Titan. We'll chump here. I don't think that was a punt, right? Listen, if I play around this and they hold up Mystical Dispute and they get this Primeval Titan, I lose the game. Right? So if they explore that, right? This isn't a punt. If they waste that on this, that's great for me. Imagine I'm going into this turn, right? And I still have this Primeval Titan in my hand, and they have a Mystical Dispute, right? I'm glad that they wasted that. It's perfect for me, right? That's just like as good as can get for me. Alright, so what are our choices here? I guess that it's better to play this. Because if we play this, crack this, we go to 9. If they have a counterspell, we lose. We have to play this. If they have another... We can play a land here to play around them having another subtlety, but that's less damage we get to deal. To play around them having another Mystical Dispute. I'm going to play the land, even though it gives us less value. I feel as though they have another Mystical Dispute, or they wouldn't have wasted it on the Explorer. So we're going to play this, and we're probably going to lose the game because they have a subtlety or a force of negation. Dryad. Just dead. Just dead. No matter what we did, no matter whatever decision we made, we're dead. If I play the land first, they ignore this. Right? We're one card deeper, and that card is... Oh, maybe we're not dead. But we wouldn't have the green. We wouldn't have the green to get to this. And they would... We wouldn't have the green to do this without playing this first. Free spells are always going to be good in Magic. Sucks. Sucks, sucks, sucks. This deck sucks. It's just not equipped with the tools to play in this format. It's good at beating up on a very specific type of deck, but the decks that just come out and are just trying to punch you in the face are just going to destroy this deck. Veil doesn't work against Subtlety, but Veil could have worked maybe against the Mystical if we took a different line with like playing around the thing, but yeah. We're...